Echoes of the Soul, Unraveling the Spiritual Significance of Ear Ringing. Welcome, dear listener, to our exploration of the spiritual dimensions of ear ringing, a phenomenon often overlooked yet rich with esoteric significance. Today, we embark on a profound journey to understand not just the what, but the why behind the ringing in our ears, those mysterious tones that arise seemingly out of nowhere. Imagine for a moment that your experience of ear ringing is not just a random sensory blip, but a nuanced message from the depths of your spiritual existence. In many spiritual traditions, ear ringing is considered a form of communication from the divine or a signal of a significant spiritual shift occurring within the individual. Let us begin by considering the myriad ways in which different cultures interpret this phenomenon. In some beliefs, a ringing in the right ear is often seen as a harbinger of positive news or a confirmation from the universe that you are on the right path. Conversely, a ringing in the left ear might be interpreted as a caution, urging you to reconsider the direction you are heading or to be wary of a potential negative influence. But what might these interpretations mean for you personally? Each moment of ringing could be viewed as a gentle yet urgent call to return to the present moment, to listen more deeply to the silence that envelops and underpins our day-to-day existence. In this silence, we find the true essence of being, the stillness that speaks of the infinite. Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons. Furthermore, consider the physiological aspect. Scientifically, ear ringing, or tinnitus, is often attributed to various physical triggers. Yet, could there not also be a deeper spiritual trigger? For instance, heightened stress or emotional turmoil might manifest as this auditory phenomenon, urging us to seek balance and harmony within our lives. This brings us to an intriguing question. When you experience ear ringing, what are the circumstances of your life at that moment? Are you facing an unusual amount of stress or change? The answer could illuminate the spiritual work necessary to align your inner and outer worlds. Moreover, the sound itself, whether it's a high-pitched whine, a soft buzz, or a series of tones, might hold significance. High pitches are often associated with cosmic alignment and spiritual awakening, while lower tones might suggest a grounding, earth-connecting moment. Reflect on the nature of the sound and what it might symbolize in the context of your current life situation. As we consider these interpretations, it's also crucial to approach them with a sense of personal resonance. What feels true for you? Not every cultural interpretation will hold water in the landscape of your personal experience, and it is through tuning into your own intuitive understanding that the true meaning will emerge. Now, turning to a broader perspective, let us explore how this phenomenon might connect us not only to our inner selves but to the universe at large. The concept of vibration and frequency is central in many spiritual discourses. Everything in the universe is said to vibrate at certain frequencies, and these vibrations interact and affect one another. When you hear ringing in your ears, could it be that you are, in a sense, tuning into a frequency of the universe that is usually beyond our conscious perception? This idea opens up a multitude of possibilities for understanding our place in the cosmos and our connection to all that is. In your daily life, when you hear this ringing, you might pause and consider what frequencies you are aligned with at that moment. Are they frequencies of love, joy, and peace, or are they frequencies of fear, anxiety, or discord? How can you shift towards the frequencies that uplift and support your highest good? Let's also consider the power of awareness. By simply becoming aware of when and how the ear ringing occurs, you begin a process of internal observation and reflection that can lead to profound insights and transformation. Awareness itself becomes a tool for spiritual growth and understanding. In closing this first part of our discussion, I invite you to reflect on the last time you experienced ear ringing. What was happening in your life at that moment? Could this have been a signal, a nudge from the universe to pay attention to something you were perhaps overlooking? Please take a moment to consider this as we prepare to delve deeper into the spiritual implications of ear ringing in the next segment of our journey. Harmonic guidance, listening to the whispered wisdom of the universe. As we delve deeper into the spiritual meanings of ear ringing, it's essential to explore the connection between this phenomenon and our emotional and spiritual well-being. This segment will bring us into a closer examination of how our inner states, our thoughts, emotions, and spiritual health affect and are reflected by the ringing in our ears. Consider the emotional context of your life when ear ringing occurs. Emotions are powerful frequencies in their own right, capable of altering our physical and energetic states. In moments of high emotional intensity, whether positive or negative, have you noticed an increase in episodes of ear ringing? This could be a manifestation of your emotional energy resonating at such a frequency that it impacts your physical senses. This perspective invites us to view ear ringing not merely as a physical anomaly, but as a potential indicator of our emotional energy's vibrational state. When we experience joy, love, or excitement, the frequency at which we vibrate changes, possibly aligning with higher, more refined vibrations that manifest as ringing in our ears. Conversely, feelings of anxiety or fear might also trigger ear ringing, serving as a reminder from our deeper selves to address and recalibrate our emotional state. This is where the practice of mindfulness comes in. By grounding ourselves in the present moment and observing our emotions without judgment, we can begin to understand the messages our bodies are sending us through phenomena like ear ringing. Now, let's explore a deeper dimension of this experience. What if ear ringing serves as a gateway to heightened spiritual awareness? In many spiritual traditions, sound is used as a tool for transcendence, to elevate the spirit to a higher plane of consciousness. Could the spontaneous occurrence of ear ringing be a natural invitation to elevate our awareness, to tune into a realm beyond our ordinary sensory experiences? This notion aligns with the idea of anahata sounds, unstruck sounds heard within the body in yogic and other mystical traditions. These sounds are not caused by any external stimulus, but are heard within the deeper states of meditation and are considered direct manifestations of the soul or the divine speaking to us. Reflect on this. The next time you experience ear ringing, instead of disregarding it or finding it a nuisance, what if you paused and listened deeply? What if you used this moment to meditate, to align yourself with the vibrations of the universe, and to listen for any inner guidance or wisdom that might emerge? Moreover, the frequency and tone of the ear ringing could also be a clue to its significance. High-frequency tones are often associated with spiritual callings, urging the listener to connect with higher spiritual realms or insights. Lower frequencies might be calling for grounding, for reconnecting with the earth and our physical existence. This brings us to another vital aspect of understanding ear ringing from a spiritual perspective: balance. Just as we seek balance in our daily lives between work and rest, activity and stillness, so too must we seek balance in our spiritual lives. Ear ringing can act as a reminder of this need for balance, especially if it occurs during times of significant spiritual or worldly imbalance. In practical terms, how can you apply this knowledge? Start by observing the conditions under which ear ringing occurs. Note your emotional state, your level of stress, the nature of your thoughts, and even your physical environment. Are you in a place that supports spiritual tranquility, or are you surrounded by chaos? Then, consider how you might respond to these episodes in a way that restores balance. Perhaps it involves stepping outside for a breath of fresh air, practicing a few minutes of mindful breathing, or engaging in a brief meditation. The key is to use the ear ringing as a prompt to return to a state of equilibrium. As we conclude this segment, I invite you to reflect on how the emotional and spiritual dimensions of your life are being communicated through the seemingly mundane experience of ear ringing. Consider how this new understanding might change your response the next time it occurs. Vibrational resonance, the call to spiritual alignment and awakening. In this third part of our exploration, we shift our focus to the transformative potential of ear ringing as a catalyst for spiritual awakening and alignment. This perspective invites you to view each occurrence of ear ringing not just as an isolated event, but as an integral part of your spiritual journey, guiding you towards deeper understanding and integration of your life's purpose. The concept of spiritual awakening involves expanding your awareness beyond the ordinary confines of perceived reality. It entails recognizing the interconnectedness of all things and attuning to a more profound sense of existence. Ear ringing, in this context, can be seen as a subtle yet powerful nudge towards this awakening. It signals a moment where the veil between the mundane and the spiritual things, offering a glimpse into the broader spectrum of existence. Let's consider the nature of awakening. It often comes not as a sudden revelation, but as a gradual unveiling of deeper truths, each layer revealing more of the universal puzzle. Ear ringing might occur at pivotal moments in this process, acting as milestones or markers on your spiritual path. Each instance can be a reminder to pay attention, to tune in, and to align with these emerging truths. Think about this. What truths about your life or your spiritual journey might be trying to surface when you experience ear ringing? Perhaps it's a call to let go of outdated beliefs or patterns that no longer serve your highest good. Maybe it's an invitation to embrace a new aspect of your spiritual gifts or to step into a role you have been hesitant to fill. Moreover, consider the concept of alignment in this context. Alignment refers to the state where your thoughts, actions, and spiritual essence flow in harmony with your divine purpose. Ear ringing might signal areas where alignment is needed or where it is currently happening. For instance, a clear, pleasant tone might indicate alignment with your spiritual path, while a disruptive or uncomfortable ringing might signal misalignment or a need for adjustment. This perspective on alignment brings us to practical application. How can you use the moments of ear ringing as opportunities to assess and adjust your alignment? One approach is to immediately check in with your current thoughts and activities when you notice the ringing. Are these in harmony with your values and your broader spiritual objectives? If not, what changes might be needed to realign? Additionally, ear ringing can serve as a prompt for deeper meditation or prayer. During such practices, you can focus on the sound and ask for guidance or clarity about the alignment and adjustments needed in your life. These moments of introspection can provide profound insights and facilitate significant transformations. Furthermore, the phenomenon of ear ringing can be particularly intense during periods of significant life changes, be it personal losses, new beginnings, or profound revelations. These are often times when our spiritual beliefs and commitments are tested, and when the potential for spiritual growth is immense. The ringing could be interpreted as a reinforcement from the universe, encouraging you to persevere through these transformative phases. As we contemplate these ideas, it's also important to consider the frequency and duration of ear ringing. Persistent or extremely bothersome ringing might also be a sign to seek grounding and protection, especially if you are sensitive and open to energies. Practices such as grounding exercises, working with protective crystals, or visualizing protective light around you can help manage the sensitivity that often accompanies spiritual openness. In closing this segment, I invite you to think of ear ringing as a signal calling you to greater awareness and presence in your spiritual journey. It asks you to listen not just with your ears, but with your heart and soul,